Nobody dreamed of this. Not Jim, who had bigger plans. Not Pam, who wanted to be an artist. Not even Michael, someone who needed the room more than the room ever needed him. A paper company in Scranton, Pennsylvania, a city that never made anyone's list of places to be. A building that looked like every other building you have walked past without a second thought. And yet, when it ended, people didn't move on. They just started it over. Here is what most people miss about The Office. The show never tried to make Dunder Mifflin look good. That was a deliberate choice. The production designers built a space that felt closed in on purpose. Low ceilings, fluorescent lights that pulled the color out of everything, a view from every window that was just more parking lot. Almost every other workplace show designs its office to feel aspirational, to signal this is a world worth wanting. The Office went the other way entirely. It said, this is a world that looks like nothing. And then it spent 9 years asking, so why does it become everything? Look at these people for a moment. Jim is clearly capable of more. He knows it, the camera knows it, he looks directly into it like he already knows this isn't where the story was supposed to go. Pam wanted to become an artist. She answers phones for a company that sells paper. Almost everyone in that building had a plan that looked different from this. A path that got quietly rerouted. A version of themselves they were still waiting to become. And yet, watch what happens inside those walls over time. The Tuesday morning rituals. Same coffee, same desk, same commute in. They don't wear these people down into nothing. They quietly become the shape of their lives. The relationships that form aren't background detail. They are the whole point. The space offered nothing. So everything that grew inside it, they had to build themselves. Now pay attention to how the show is actually filmed. The mockumentary format isn't just a stylistic choice. It is a constraint that does something very specific to the viewer. The documentary crew is stuck in this building. They don't leave, they follow these specific people through these specific corridors for 9 years. And because the camera is locked in, so are you. Every episode you are confined to this one floor. There are no cutaway shots to a bigger world outside. No glimpses of a bigger city or anywhere else reminding you that something larger exists. Just this space, these people, that parking lot. Somewhere around season 3 or 4, that confinement stops registering as a limitation. It just starts to feel familiar. You know exactly where every desk sits. You know which window Jim is near. The layout of this building has been traced into your memory so many times that moving through it feels like somewhere you've actually been. The camera didn't just film the office. It made you a regular there. Scranton isn't a coincidence. The show's writers didn't land on a mid-tier post-industrial city by accident. They chose it because it stands in for every place that doesn't make the shortlist. Every town people quietly leave to find something more worthy of their ambitions. And what The Office argues, not in a speech, not in a monologue, just in an accumulated weight of 9 seasons of small moments, is something straightforward. You don't need a remarkable place to build something that matters. You need time. You need the same people in the same room consistently until that consistency starts to mean something on its own. The office was grey, the carpet was worn, the ceiling was too low and the light was too harsh, and the city outside was the kind of place most people only pass through. None of that mattered, because a place doesn't give you meaning. You leave it there, slowly, without realizing, until the day you have to go. The Office ran for 9 seasons. It became one of the most revisited shows ever made, not because of plot twists, not because of spectacle, because of a grey building in Pennsylvania that somehow got under people's skin. Maybe that's not a coincidence either. If this made you think of your own version of that place, the classroom, the job, the town you couldn't wait to leave and still think about, That's the thing The Office understood that most shows never figure out. The place doesn't have to be beautiful for it to be yours.